Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Let's continue with the air war, and first of all I need to start air operations also against Talon. So let's select that, there we go, and start running those air directives. Basically what I'll start with, nothing too crazy, and then we'll continue to the ground operations. Now, I don't expect anything too fancy around here, but at least they will hopefully isolate those hexes there. It'll probably be pretty rough for them anyway in that area, since that's a lot of operational losses too. Really hope Talon will fall quickly. So let's maybe work on that in earnest. Also encircles those two divisions if we take Talon now. So that is at least another 10,000 men, that's good. And will allow me to start using these guys for other operations starting from the next turn. Yeah, so they only have this smaller airfield. Probably not gonna mean a whole lot, but let's start with Army Group South. Because I did say I want to get a decisive breakthrough here, and I'm looking at potential encirclements down here as well. But in order to do that, let's start with an attack here. Okay, I'm actually curious to see how pumped this is. And since I'm not using the Romanians to attack there anyway, I might just as well. Alright, it doesn't help if it's gonna be a soft attack anyway, but it should be fine. Unbelievable. They weren't. Okay, great. It's just unbelievable. Yeah. I'll use the Romanians to hold this area. You can then move further along. Question is, where do I even want to put them? Although if I want to break through, let's take a look here first. It seems like most of this territory up here is empty. At least until this area. I want to get one unit in Spola. Up here. But it seems like I can. So they're defending a line basically around this now. Like here it seems like. No matter what I do, can't really do anything there. Okay. Not an amazing retreat, that, at least for me, but I'm surprised that cavalry is even still alive. Why are you so powerful? Motorized rifle division, and they claim it's a security unit. That is not good. Anyway. Certainly not attacking there. If they have a line like this, I cannot use these units to attack in that section. The fact that this and this is empty must mean indeed that I need to push through at least. So this is my only option. No other hard attack is possible except with motorized units and or tanks. Let's get them out of there. Okay, you move in here. Interesting. You would not be able to move any further. 11, 14. You're by far the best moving unit that I have around here. It does not seem like they have a whole lot else in this section. 14, 11, 8. And then they would be in this hex if there's nothing else. Let's also continue looking up, because we're also looking at a potential attack up here. They have an HQ and a unit. Can you do a hard attack? No, you cannot. Down to 3. Screw me then. I guess that took it. So as for Kirovograd, they have 5 manpower. Well, at least it thwarts them a little. No wonder. No, of course not. That would be quite absurd if they actually would be capable of doing it. Because they're Romanian units. It's a shame I cannot attack here again. However, I only need one more unit to block them at this. Phew. Jeez. I know they have barely any tanks, but they should be able to defeat an anti-tank brigade. Of course, they do still have the issue. But you can say a lot, but I do think it's very important that it holds. At least. Yeah, they cannot get into this hex, unfortunately. None of them can, but I will move these down because they're part of 11th Army, so then that should help at least a little bit more. Another thing that I want to do is I want to start getting a serious force over here for the next turn, and I'll likely get out and give it up, but that is okay. This also does give a few of these units the chance to refit. Yeah. And kind of rest a bit. So that's good. And I'll keep the first remaining armored in reserve for the moment, also in that location, so they should be fine. Most of these guys are resting. Okay, so what I will do as well is I'll try to move with quite a few of these units further up. The question though is if there's no way for me to attack it there at any rate, but there's also no way for me to encircle the troops or any more troops in this area. Although potentially by attacking this unit. Let's take a look. No, never mind that. That's just straight up not gonna happen. I actually do think that probably it's in my best interest to try and strengthen this by moving forward this Panzer division and putting you in here and halting. What I'll also do... No, if they move in here, they can quickly move, so that's also no good. I guess this is what I'll have to settle for. And... as it is again, I'll actually rather move most of my units again forward as much as possible, so that we're a lot closer to, you know, the Dnieper crossings there. Ultimately, thus attacking here was not very useful, because I thought I'd be able to follow up, but that didn't work out the way I had hoped. It happens. Let's actually still move you here, though. Okay. It's a shame I cannot get another unit in Kirovograd. But... I'll really need to reshuffle my armies a bit soon enough. Is this also a motorized rifle division? Yes, it is. At least I still push them back, but that is quite rough, actually. Motorized rifle division, huh? Can't seem to actually get into that hex. Right. So 7-6. This is also taken territory. Yeah, that way. Okay, that's the 6th Army, and I guess they're also moving further up with those last 2 divisions. Meanwhile, you can clear those. Let's take those hexes, because even though we know there's absolutely nothing in there, I kinda feel like should do something there anyway. Okay, well, now that this... Let's move you to the end of the rail line, over to this side. Yeah. Really such a shame I don't have enough to attack them. And take it. Yeah, okay. So they're likely to retreat again, potentially, but this is a pretty decent encirclement. I'm not altogether unsatisfied with that. This should take both Mozir and Yelsk. And this also captures this last city, which also means that there's no real use for these units around here anymore. Yeah, they better give up. Get out of here. I definitely want to keep at least a unit in Mogilev. Okay, well that was the most important. Mogilev only has 2 manpower at this stage. But I guess it's an important rail hub through the center here. So that does make it somewhat important. Good. And because of that, they can actually cross the river and move further still. If anything, though, I do also need to get rid of all that stuff. I don't think there's any unit in those lower hexes at this point. I think. Now, moving around here. Seems to be somewhat troublesome too. This will warrant me a soft attack, but the question is how badly would I need something like that there? I do need to remove these guys, to be fair, I think even on this turn. Alright, let's move you out into Gomo. I do have the rail security unit. In all fairness, it can't really do a whole lot now. And I actually don't want to work on the rail line further down south. Not for now, so let's actually move it back and start working on this piece over here. And then what I can do is I can work on this rail line and then move up through there. We'll see how useful that is. So also this one, that can probably get quite a bit of use out of this. Seems like this is... Alright, I cannot do it because I don't have a unit there, I think. Most likely. You're way too far from your HQ. Yeah, they're losing a lot of planes, but yeah, now you can repair it. Okay, so next turn we'll have a railroad at least into Vitebsk. That's quite worth it, I would say. How many units do they have? 90. Yeah, that's just no good. Another problem that I have is that attacking these guys from here, that's just not gonna work. Not for now. I'll just refit both of these guys. If they're at 17 defense, it's just... you can't attack that way. It still costs 3 to move through enemy hex. It's a problem. I mean, to be fair, I'd much rather attack enemies, but it seems like they've retreated back to this rail line here. Quite a bit. Let's deal with this for now. probably won't work. It did. Okay, so we know that this and this is empty. This is pretty interesting, this situation. But I'll probably... Let's see, so... Actually, a bit surprised they did not route. But oh well. Well, the sole reason of these attacks is to lower enemy numbers, of course, so that. At least I hope we're doing okay. Well, at least gets rid of the mechanized, which is the most important ultimately, because for the mechanized, they might potentially move the most, causing most issues. Oh. No reserve tank division, huh? They seem to have quite a lot of units around that area, interestingly enough. Not quite sure what to make of it. Just like I'm not too sure how many additional units they have down there. Let's at least also take that hex. At any rate, this is a bit of a disappointment, but I do hope that with holding this, they're going to be doing quite a lot worse. They really seem to be throwing every single tank they have into the cauldron. I would have to look at the captured units, I think, for us even to see. Yeah, we've Seen all of these old T-28 models. Etc. Wonder how many old model tanks of these tank divisions here have, or whether they have mostly newer models. Interesting, for sure. Gotta remove my tank unit from that position though. Yeah, so what am I looking at potentially for this turn? Well, an encirclement in this region. So Smolensk, I hope to cut off Smolensk this turn. Repocket the units that are in these locations is also priority. Just try to expand a little bit on the outer edges here. This is probably quite solid. I don't think I'll be able to really push through in this section, unfortunately. I have no clue what these guys are trying to do here. But I'll probably have to move back into Tartu, otherwise they're gonna take it. That would be my guess. So I do have to be careful there. Yeah, either way, like I said, Soviets below 3 million again, that's at least good. They still have a bunch of reserve forces, etc. But I think we're doing pretty well in terms of enemy numbers. Not so much necessarily in terms of captured territory. Is there still... The ground is clear in these areas. Okay, well. Yeah, not necessarily so much in terms of captured territory, but of course we kind of have to take territory something around like here, probably like Chula, and we'll see how far we can get around here. It's gonna be it seems like the Soviets, at least for now, don't seem to be getting all their units back that quickly, which is good. Oof, yeah, we're even starting to get behind in this section here. Even Kiev is September. So that's not too bad. Right, well, we'll see. Maybe I can take Krivo Rog on the next turn. That will be a quite important one too. Just like Nikolaev. Might be able to snag that one soon too. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, see you then, and bye-bye.